Have you ever found yourself in a position where you are doing all the things you need to be doing to market your business? You're doing your outreach, you're sending connection requests, you're doing follow-ups, you're having conversations with people, posting stuff on socials, making offers, like all the things, but it doesn't seem to be working. Well, there could be a number of reasons for this, and I want to talk about one in particular that is an invisible reason. It's something that people just don't talk about and yet absolutely exists. And I know this because I've been working in marketing for 25 years. I've worked with hundreds of people in marketing, and it is a phenomenon that I have seen showing up over and over and over. And yet if you don't recognize that this is what's happening, it can really kind of throw things off and put you in a place where, wow, nothing's really happening. I'm not really getting any good results from my marketing. So just a quick introduction of who I am. I'm Lisa Mullis. I'm a brand messaging specialist and business coach, and I work with coaches, creatives, and consultants to help them figure out how to win with their words, whether that's better clients or bigger funded projects or just a better quality of life overall inside their business. All right, so I'm going to reduce my size here. I'm going to put myself over in the corner because I've got some visuals to share today. And this is the thing that is this phenomenon that exists that a lot of people are not talking about, and that there's a timeline for marketing that's going on. And it could be that you're on this timeline somewhere, but you don't even know it if you don't know about this timeline. So here's the deal. If you are new in your business or you're new to marketing, you could be in your business. You could have been running your business for years, relying on word of mouth and referrals, and never had to actually go out and put yourself out there in a traditional sense. So in that case, you're new to marketing, or again, if you're new in your business, then the time it takes from getting started, from basically ground zero, to having real, tangible, quality results for marketing, meaning you're working with some real solid clients and good income coming in, is on average about 6 months. It's about 6 months. Now, if you are practiced in your business, more so if you're practiced with marketing, let's say you have done marketing before, you've definitely been through periods where you've been good about being consistent with your marketing and all of that good stuff, and you've got the clients coming in, but then you get busy with the clients and you stop doing your marketing. At that point in time, you're looking at about 3 to 4 months. If you're going again from basically zero, getting your marketing going again. Okay. So this timeline, again, if you don't recognize that this exists, you may be, let's say you're in month 4 here of the marketing timeline, but you don't know it yet. So you think, oh my gosh, nothing's working. I'm just going to quit this, or I'm going to try something else. So I see this happen all the time. I'm going to this whole posting thing on LinkedIn's not working. So I'm going to go do something else. And you combine that with multiple decisions to go do other things. And now you're just kind of almost like throwing spaghetti at the wall. So this is a common scenario. Or you just quit marketing altogether because you're like, it's not working. When in fact, what's happening is you're maybe in month 4 of your marketing timeline. So when you quit or when you switch the strategy, in effect, you're almost resetting the timeline. And so that we don't want to do that, right? And same thing if you're practiced in your marketing, or if you've got marketing assets, so you're not really starting from nothing. So therefore the timeline's a little bit shorter, but you can experience the same thing if you are not consistent, or you're maybe in month 2 or 3 and you're just not seeing the results. You just need to stick with it. Okay. So there are a number of things you can do to shrink this timeline. There's a number of things you can do to get yourself off of this timeline, as it were. And I will go into those things in other videos. But what I wanted to call out today is the importance of understanding where you may be on this timeline and just practicing consistency, just building up consistency with the actions you're taking. And this is especially true and especially applicable if you are doing the things, you're following a strategy, a sensible strategy that makes sense, you're doing the outreach like you know you're supposed to, and the writing and all of the things that go into, you know, a sensible, sustainable marketing. If you're doing those things, then it's really important to just stay consistent with those things. So what happens to throw you off your game, to keep you from being what happens to keep you from not being consistent? That's what I want to just get into next, because we can talk about different strategies and different approaches and things, but nothing really matters unless you are really thinking about your commitment to doing these things and what's getting in the way of that. So the first question to ask yourself is, what can you commit to doing every week when it comes to your marketing? With the people that I'm working with, most people as service providers are focused on bringing in clients, either more clients or better fit clients. And a lot of people really only need a small number of clients in order to sustain the business. In fact, they may not even be able to have capacity for many more than a handful of clients at a time. And in that case, the very baseline sort of strategy, a layer one, as I refer to it, is to do your direct outreach and follow up. So one-to-one outreach and follow up. So if you are doing that every week, that's a good thing. If you're not doing that every week, why? What is going on for you? So the next question to ask is, where do you need help to be consistent every week? So these are the areas to look at. Do you need help with messaging? Very common scenario where you don't want to do the outreach or the follow-up because you don't know what to say. Like, what do I say? Or I don't have the materials that I feel like I need in order to communicate in the way that I want to show up. So messaging, big thing. Research. Might need to know, who am I supposed to be reaching out to? You only have a limited number of people in your existing network. So you do get to a place in your business where you need to look beyond that, and you will need help for researching who that is and understanding who your ideal client is. Tracking that. It's way too much to keep all of that in your head, right? So how are you keeping track of all of that? Maybe that's where you're falling down. Accountability. Maybe you just need your gym buddy to make sure you're getting your reps in and doing this. There could be mindset stuff going on. This is a big one, right? Like, oh my gosh, all the stories, all the head trash that just get in the way of doing this stuff. And then there's tech issues. So maybe it's that you're just getting stuck in Tool Town, and that's no fun place to be. And so these are the areas to look at in order to figure out, why am I not able to stick with my commitment? Okay. And then the next thing you want to look at is, who or what do you need for time leverage? So you can only do so much in your business, and you may already be a bottleneck in your business. I guarantee, if you're in business long enough, you're going to get to a point where you are the bottleneck. You are the problem. How do you solve for yourself? And so we're really looking at, like, where do you bring in time leverage? So this is a who and what kind of question. Do you need a coach or a consultant to help you put these things in? Do you need a virtual assistant? Do you need better software or some AI tools? So those are the things to look at for how can you leverage your time so that it will be easier for you to be consistent with your marketing. All right, so I wanted to just share those things about the timeline so that you can recognize, am I on the timeline? And if you're not being consistent with the things that you need to do for your marketing so that you can eventually get off the timeline, then those are the questions to ask yourself. So then now you will have a better idea of, like, where the issues are and then what the next steps may be. And speaking of next steps, I do encourage you, if you've got questions around this or you would like some further help, to please DM me or send me a message wherever you might be watching this video. And I'm happy to see what I can do to help. All right, that's it for now. I'll catch you in the next time. Bye-bye.